All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Living the Dream podcast. Today on the show, we are talking about how I stopped trying to focus and just focused. So, Alex Hormozy, classic Alex Hormozy. He was talking on, I think, a podcast maybe, and he was talking about how the number one thing that stops entrepreneurs from being successful is them trying to have their hands in too many pots, them trying to split their attention, split their focus. And this really convicted me because I was one of the people who I had 5 Bob Proctor statements. I had 5 I am so happy and grateful now that statements, which is basically means I had 5 goals at one time, right? And that was really unfocused because that led to like 5 KPIs or 4 KPIs. I think I had 4 goals and 4 KPIs. And so it was like I was supposed to send out this many DMs per day, send out this many emails per day, send out um published content every day, and I was supposed to work my list of 20 for real estate every day. And so not only was it 4 different goals, but it was across 4 different things. I was trying to sell 4 different products. So it was like send out DMs for this product, send out cold emails for this product, post content for this product, and then set up the upsell for this product, and then reach out to these people for this product. And so I was trying to sell so many things and I was selling nothing. And Alex Ramosi was like, just focus, just cut out all the stuff. You can probably do it all, but you can't do it all at once because you don't have the entrepreneurial muscle right now to run multiple businesses. And I realized that was me. So, um, yeah, I had a conversation with Gracie, and I was like, look, I have these 5 KPIs that I'm focused on every day. I have these 5 Bob Proctor statements, these 5 goals that I'm focused on every day. And my daily actions are split. My attention's split. And naturally, it's even more split because I still am working the W-2 and I run the daily podcast. The daily podcast is not something that takes up brain energy because I've created a system for that. Um, but work takes up energy. And so daily I had work and then I had 4 other things I was focused on. Where it's like now my attention is split 5 ways, where it's like I have work, then I have one thing I'm focused on. And that one thing needs to be very simple right now. And it needs to be a simple, meaningful thing that can compound so that my day can be successful without me straining myself or killing myself or burning myself out. It's like if I'm focused on one goal outside of work, and that one goal is to do something very simple where it is basically impossible to fail, I will slowly move forward, slowly but surely. And successful people pick games where they can do something and wait, as opposed to continue to do something to actively generate income. Like you want to get wealthy by establishing something and just waiting. Like it's the same thing every day, and you just wait. So that's where it's shown up in my life. I had too many KPIs, which are key performance indicators for anybody who doesn't know what that is. Too many KPIs, too many goals, and my daily actions were spread too thin. And so my attention was spread thin, which means I couldn't do anything well, right? Where do I want to show up in my life? As I've done now, I've kind of cut everything down to one KPI. It's like there's one goal and there's one KPI. And let me take you through my thought process of how I picked this goal. I was like, it's all going to happen at some point in my life because I care about all of these things. But the question is, which is going to set me up for success with the skills that I have now the soonest? And so, what am I most able to take advantage of right now? And for me, that was real estate. Like any skills that I really have are in real estate. Like I've been under contract for properties. I have momentum going with partners and systems and in wholesaling businesses, and I know how to underwrite. I have a network in real estate. I really just need to work the network consistently, and it's not something. Um, it's a proven thing. For example, selling the clarity coaching, selling the clarity course, selling the mastermind to small groups. All of that was like it didn't have product market fit. And when something doesn't have product market fit, you could spend 3 years doing it and then realize it just doesn't fit the market. So you haven't wasted your time, but you've learned that it doesn't fit the market. Whereas real estate, it's like there's a proven market there. And so what's going to set me up for success the best right now, given my skills and given the opportunity in front of me, I came to the conclusion that that was real estate. And so now my goal isn't even closing a property, it's getting well capitalized to close a property. Because it's like I'm going out there and I'm trying to get deals, but I don't have the relationships to close those deals. So now it's get the relationships to close those deals. Which first goal, talk to people who have capital. Second goal, talk to people who have experience. Third goal, bring in deals. So right now, the first goal is going to be a KPI of rebuilding a list reaching out to people such that I build a list of 10 solid relationships where I can raise capital from these relationships. And those people are going to be able to raise multiple millions of dollars because they're capital raisers in the space. So that is really the goal right now. That is the focus because it is a team sport. And so I'm going to go about it in a team manner. So that's where I want it to show up in my life, and that's where it is showing up in my life. And eventually, as I multiply in businesses, every day I just want one KPI. Maybe I'll expand to two as my job goes away, right? So I can spend two deep work sessions on both of my KPIs, and the rest of it's just meetings and having systems put together. But I really want 1 to 2 things a day that I do that really move the needle forward, and really just one thing. So I just want to keep it at one KPI. Everything else is outsourced or not in the criteria for a successful day. So it doesn't mean that I can't do multiple things, but for me to have a successful day, I have one thing I need to do. And that one thing is the most important thing that will move the business forward in the most impactful way. That is something I've learned right now. That is getting a network of people who have capital and building a strong relationship with them and keeping up that relationship. And once I get a system behind that, get a list behind that, and that's solid, I'll go to people who have experience. And once I get a system behind that, I'll go to getting the deals. So that is where I'm at right now in my life, in my journey. Focus is a huge thing, and I've been saying that I'm bad at it, but basically I haven't been trying. Because here's the thing, life is simple. All you need to do is focus on doing one thing, but your emotions and your mindset are stopping you. They're limiting you. So, um, as I've said before, you have your beliefs, you have your thoughts, you have your feelings, you have your actions, and you have your results. If you change any one among the continuum, it will start to change the others. I think the easiest thing to start with is actions and thoughts. So I'm changing my actions instead of focusing on 5 KPIs and reinforcing the fact that I am an unfocused person. I'm going to focus on one KPI and reinforce the fact that I am a focused person. Then I will think of myself as a focused person. I will feel focused. I will get focused results. So there you go. How you can apply it to your life. If you have multiple goals, skim it down to one. And I'm not saying it's one for the rest of your life. I'm saying one that you're focused on right now until you get it done. Follow one course until successful. Once you're successful, that's an acronym for focus. Follow one course until successful. When you're successful, you can move on to another goal. So that's what I have for you guys. But yeah, thanks for hopping on the show. Thanks for following me along in my journey. As we always ask, shoot this podcast over to 1 to 3 people you know need to hear this message. Go ahead and give us a 5-star review on iTunes if you liked the show. And on that note, we're out.